Hello, internet friends. My name is Bay. Welcome back for more Final Fantasy XIV Dawntrail Patch 7.1 Crossroads MSQ. We are going to be on part 2 of this journey. This is going to be technically still quest number 3. This will be the dungeon in search of the past, where we are going into the Yuweyawata field station. Yuweyawata. There we go. Let's talk to everybody first, and then we'll jump in. We've seen the havoc Valagarmonda wreaked upon Urkapacha. I wonder what this other Tural Vidraal might have left in its wake. While I alone haven't seen much of the dome, I am no stranger to braving the unknown. I will not slow us down. Did you have to rhyme, Alphino? You dork. I promised to look after Galoja, but I've spent hardly any time with him. I'm going to make up for that. Okay, you do that. I'll have Graha tank. Don't worry about me. I'm good at hiding from beasts. Also true. He was hiding out down here for quite a while. Was it down there? No, it was not the drowned section, but this section. I can't help but be reminded of our foray into orogenics and of Kafkiwa. I finally can pronounce her name. God, that was probably the most mispronounced character name in my entire MSQ playthrough, was Erenville's mom, Kafkiwa. That did not compute in my brain the first 100 times I've read it. If the facility was used to research new weaponry, then it will have had tight security. Even if it's been closed down, let us proceed with caution. All right, Raha, you're tanking, bud. So let's see. You're watching over Galoja.
I stand ever ready.
Raha's tanking. We can't have DPS Sage Alphino, so we're gonna have.
Leave it down.
We got the caster duo coming in. Picto Red Mage. Okie dokie. That'll be the squad. Let's do it. The Yuweyawata field station. The Chiwaniwanga. Chiwanax. It's in brain rot. Ooh, they're all zappy. I mean, I am 40 eye levels above this dungeon. I don't know what the max allowed is. What's the max allowed? His average is 690. I don't know if expert dungeons have a limit. It doesn't actually say. And I don't think it lost any HP, so we're good to go. Yeah, all this Levin energy. Okay, let's do it. Oh, these are here. Hi, Galoja. I can't actually talk to him in the dungeon. Oh, that'd be cool if Wooklamat was actually with him. He's just following us only. Oh, maybe I would have wanted Wooklamat to tank. Electro Golems. We're wall pulling, Graha. Get ready. Gotta burn some OGCDs here to stabilize the... That's very, very poor GCD management, but whatever. The trust system duty support tanks get messed up. It takes them a while to slowly roll out cooldowns, so...
You underestimate me.
Of course, I'm like the only one that does AoE damage, so. That's right, gravity's bigger.
Hold still.
They buffed a bunch of healer AoEs to be larger this patch, so they're all 8 Yalms now. Because for some reason only White Mage had 8 Yalm AoE for like ever. I don't know why. So they're all larger now. Because when mobs hitboxes, when you're like doing trash packs or whatever, mostly for dungeons, when mobs are so big they would be too far away from like one target you'd hit, so you wouldn't actually AoE the whole pack down. You'd only AoE a few of them. So healers, just at least non-white mages, wouldn't be able to hit all the enemies because their models were too big, or they would push too far out that your 5 Yalm little hitbox wouldn't do it. So now they're all increased. Oops. Should have done that one first. Let's go, Raha. I'm pulling to you.
You underestimate me.
Alizé is gonna get the melee card the whole time, even though it doesn't actually help her as much, but she is a red mage. So Alizé is gonna get the the melee card.
Hold still.
Look, I haven't done a dungeon in so long. I haven't been doing expert roulette for the past like month and a half. I haven't needed the tomes or anything. Ow! He immune? Holy crap. He just got, I guess he just stood in the AoE, didn't he? The previous one, maybe? Raha got messed up. The forest woolbacks. Carl, did you eat the AoE? That's a yes. Oh, I'll give him a listen to the music real quick. A lot of horns on this boy. The Lindblum. Lindblum? That's a name I've heard in Final Fantasy lore before. A Zagnal? Oh, I'm 2 seconds off. Ouchie. Oh, is that whole thing gonna blow up? Oh, it's oh, it shatters. Okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, is it different things at each crystal, maybe? Oh, 3/4 room. Whoa. Oh, it chain reactions. Okay, okay.
Something special for you.
So it charges. Oh no. Is that a frontal and then a... This is a new icon. What the heck? What are these new... Okay. You hit that right there. Sparking fissure. Yep, something tells me that was going to happen. I guess I should have done that a little earlier. Another one of these pillars. And it's the 3/4 room. It's more like 7/8, but sure. Okay, Alize. Electrical overload in the raid wide. Crown was too far away for that. Ow. Okay. But I love the new little pop-up like energy bar, the visual cast bar things. Yeah, that's cool. I mean, those are just new things that they're improving upon. So 705 base. I mean, upgrades for this is Night World, not Elegant. Oh gosh. So 705 slight upgrade maybe for my retainers, but they also have a lot of my 720 gear, so probably not. The armor set from this place is interesting. I don't know if I will want to collect it for my tanks or healers, but considering over the time of doing expert roulettes, especially next patch, it'll probably happen naturally. So I wonder where we are in relation to the overall map. I guess we're out on one of the... Are we on one of these islands? You can't really necessarily... Like, because there's these islands out here off the western coast and here. And if you look at this version, there's still extra landmass that aren't a 1-for-1. So I wonder, basically, we're not... I don't know how far off the coast we are. This kind of feels like a Jurassic Park reference to me, like Isla Nublar, Isla Sorna, that kind of stuff, where that area of islands in the Jurassic Park was like, one was the park, one was the research facility, one was the breeding grounds, and they would each one had their own purpose to funnel to the park island. Or this is kind of a similar thing where, because we have Origenics, which is like that other structure in the water, and then we have this structure clearly built off an island to do Levin research. While His Majesty Zerolja is not the first to conceive of transferring a beast's soul into a person's body, safety and ethical concerns have ensured no earnest attempts have been made to date. Yet our king believes there is no greater evil than to hinder the potential of man, and so he has ordered us to make this conception a reality. It would bolster our military might and break through into the outside world. If our research will further this ambition, then perhaps it is worth pursuing. Yeah, this place was shut down over a decade ago. Okay. Oh, I'm gonna read the notes. You know I'm gonna read the notes. My first playthrough of these dungeons, I take it slow. Oh my! This is a reused model, but look at the zombie dogs. Ew. I didn't draw my cards, so I gotta wait a minute. Yikes, the texture work on these things. I think you're shielded, Graha. I think you're okay. Oh yeah, I should also do this, shouldn't I? Hold on. I probably should have all effects on. But now I'm not gonna be able to see the dogs or the models. Maybe we'll turn it off. Picto and Red Mage in the same group is a little crazy. Look at this crap. And my animations are already big enough as it is. All my constellations and stuff. Okay, we'll not do that. Just limited. Ew. This is some Resident Evil vibes. Oh, yeah. It's some Resident Evil vibes, that's for sure. I mean, I've seen like the 2 or 3 pictures they released of this place. That's freaky. But this is where they researched beast soul stuff, clearly. Our bodies are fragile vessels. Although the infusion of another person's soul confers strength and vitality, the soul of a beast yields mixed results. Even when stripped of memories, a feral soul can induce psychological instability in the subject. I suspect this is because primal instincts remain. And while a certain amount of bestial ferocity is expected, and I dare say welcomed, too many such souls can lead to physical mutations. For now, as we've seen in the Arcadian, although those are temporary mutations, for now our objective shall be to determine the threshold beyond which a body is at risk of uncontrolled mutation. Yeah, even the uncontrolled mutation in phase 2 of Wicked Thunder, when she literally eats the cube. She eats the Electrope cube, essentially, and she turns into the gigantic centaur step on me mommy with crazy wings, and she just becomes this huge kaiju, basically. When we defeat her, she's still... Now, granted, that's Savage, so it's not technically story-based. When she just turns into Wicked Thunder herself, Fixian, as the internet called her, when we beat her, she still shrunk back down to Catgirl. So it didn't totally change her physiology, but Brute Bomber went a little crazy, but even he still went back to normal. Oh, Alizé said, how dreadful. Hello. Interesting how this place has got a little bit of that like Genova experimentation Final Fantasy VII vibe going on too. Like with like the tubes and people in them and stuff. It's very Final Fantasy VII. We just not too long ago played through all of Remake and of course Rebirth more recently, so definitely pulling from different sources for sure. Probably didn't need that. You're fine.
Hold still.
Try this.
Yeah. I mean, after we got the weird rotting zombie dogs, and now we've got rotten researcher zombies. Definitely more Resident Evil. For sure. And all like the weird blood stains on the floor and everything. A lot of neat little details in here for sure. Very cool. As much as Final Fantasy XIV dungeons just serve a purpose, it is still weird to me that there are always still 3 bosses and they are, you know, completely linear, but they're mostly here for environmental and moving the story forward. Because even like the Criterion stuff has all of the other passage. Oh, cool. They're playing with shadows. Ah! Giant corpse. Oops, I didn't mean to click that button. I want to click this button. I munched my cards there, but whatever. So, okay, yeah, Resident Evil vibes. Because it's just freaking zombies, man. I love the play on the light on the wall here when they came around the corner. That was awesome. Big shields on Graha. Okay, and again, these are reused models, but all their texture work has now made them Zambles. Look at this guy. Yikes. Even with like the weird scarecrow mask on his face, like the Batman scarecrow, just that like tattered, ripped bag, the cloth bags or whatever. I guess they'd be rawhide bags, hide bags.
Hold still.
Like animal hide. Yeah, that's cool. The motivated light to see the mobs, that's really neat. Nice little touch. The rate of transfiguration may be dictated by the potency of the soul consumed. We've seen that in the raid as well. We've experimented with fiends of great powers, but mutations were observed after the infusion of merely a single soul. No better was this phenomenon illustrated than with poor Atticus. His body was altered irreparably, and he lost all capacity for rational thought. You see the last boss in here? Well, the primary objective of this research was to utilize the soul of a Tural Vidraal, a primal, essentially this area's version of that. I struggle to see a path forward. An alternate approach must be considered. So they must have figured out during their research here how to do what they do, because people in the Arcadian can just eat up beast souls and mutate and become like Honeybee Lovely and Wicked Thunder, right? And Black Cat and Brute Bomber, and then still be themselves afterwards. So it's not all... It was doom and gloom when they first started this research, clearly, but they figured it out. Oh, you can even like look inside these cells? Oh, gnarly. That's cool. It is very dark in here, as you might imagine. Oh, shit! Station Spectre.
Something special for you.
Oh, God. Did you wall pull and then tuck him in the corner here, Raha? You're out of LOS for me. I can't... Where is this boy? He is stuck in the corner. Dude, he LOS them hard. They're not casters, my man. Look at this man, dude. You got him in there. This is pretty gnarly. Yeah, the facility was operation from 20 to 10 years ago. Yeah. Definitely been shut down for a while. Some advancement had to happen since the final boss of Vanguard. True, the Vanguard boss just uses the snake soul, and then when we beat him, he just goes back down to, you know, regular Catboy or whatever he was. Oh, here's the scientist guy we saw in the images. Very neat. Now, is he still doing stuff here, or what? If the source of our failures thus far has been the inability of our bodies to contain feral souls, what if we to reverse the process by purging a beast of its memories and infusing it with a man's soul, one still possessed of its own memories? We stand to gain absolute control over a vessel of great power. Maybe, I guess, physically, but you'd be replacing its etheric density with your own, so wouldn't... I don't know. My subordinate, who first proposed this brilliant hypothesis, shall have the honor of being the first to transcend our meager limits. I must prepare his soul for extraction at once. Uh-huh. That's a great idea, Johnson. You're up first. Oh, that's not what I meant. Oh, too bad, Johnson. So, Overseer Kaneloka. It's got a big, like, Mr. Freeze face with a big old dome head going on. Also, all of these test tube things. This is definitely like Resident Evil smushed together with some Final Fantasy VII, like Shinra experimentation. This is definitely a little darker than that, though, considering like literal zombies and flesh and blood piles everywhere. Okay. Oh, I keep talking and not drawing my damn cards. There's something unsettling about the ether here. What happened to them? And Galul just said I have a bad feeling about this. What was Father doing here? He also screamed when the zombies came up. Surrender your souls to King Zorolja. The art on this guy's face is wild cool. Ow. Woo! Oh, the souls are coming out of the... I see. This is a wild... That's gonna hit me? No? Oh, I have to be in. I have to be in. Ah! Black Rose? Oh, wow. We are in a tiny space. Look at all like the hands coming out of the goo. This guy has no HP. Oh, okay. He's got a weird phase. Yeah, this is kind of... Ah, shit! Oh, it's like bad breath, kind of. All right, that's not going to be annoying after you've done it a dozen plus times. Blood burst, huh? I may be able to just eat the middle of it and just put a cooldown on myself. It might not actually do that much damage. Oh, this again. With point blanks. Okay. Oh, and a stack on me.
Let's give them a show. This should do it.
Dark Souls he's casting? That's what it was called? The floor thing? Dark Souls? I keep munching some cards because it doesn't really matter. It's low health. That's funny though. Yeah, the AoE. Yeah. But that we could tame a beast, but seal is all... Would that we could tame the beast, but the seal is already ... Okay, so is the last boss gonna be what they were trying to do here? By put a human soul inside of a beast instead of vice versa? Which they clearly have found out that wasn't the way to do it, because now it's you just eat the beast souls. It's like what the gladiators do in the arena. That's neat. That's a cool reveal. Some crazy story. I've watched too much. I played 3 days of Alan Wake 1 before this. So now I'm looking at this like, where's my flare gun? A light in the distance with a bunch of floating objects around it with swirling wind and... Zane, is that you? Big rock blob? Yeah, that guy was also saying, why not serve a greater purpose, the King of Resolve's purpose? Relinquish your souls for the glory of Alexandria. Yeah. It was a real pain when you were lagging. I could see why.
Hold still.
All the swirly AoE telegraphs, if you were lagging out yesterday on patch day, that would have been rough, yeah. I was gonna munch this card and reset my order. So on the other side of the facility, this facility is huge. Look at this thing. Damn. Now we're just outside with beasts and stuff.
You underestimate me.
There's your melee card, Alize. Get in there, girl. Oh, my AoE fizzled there awkwardly. Yeah, that building is crazy. Well, I'm not totally like off my rocker with like the different islands for like Jurassic Park either. Oh, that's cool. What was that roar? Did it come from inside the storm? Probably. All the more reason to deal with it here and now. Big rock monsters. Go on ahead, Raha. Pulling the clay golems. Oh. Raha moved to me a little farther. My damn star way over there. Getting beat up. It's definitely a neat way to have the zone transition not just be like some random thing just falls down, but it's motivated by something that's happening in the area. That's cool. I like that. Definitely some good artistic choices made in this dungeon so far. I mean, I especially love the whole Resident Evil backlit monsters coming around the corner. That was great. As I exclaimed when it happened. And then was shocked by giant zombie man. We've had zombies in 14 before, but they weren't like gory zombies with like the naked flesh holes and blah. Whoa! Whoa! Lunipyati. Or Lunipyati? So it's a reuse of a Pandemonium boss, but reskinned to be a giant bunny. It's the Proto-Carbuncle boss, but clearly reskinned to be this terrible rabbit bunny beast thing. Down here in this huge crater. Has that thing been sealed away all this time? We must slay it before it breaks free. So what did we get? Maiming boots and some accessories. We got maiming boots, that's it. I'm sure, why the hell not? It's just a little weird. Ugh. Got the veins in its ears and everything. Yuck. Interesting. Okie dokie. Is that a frontal, I guess? Yep. I saw everyone else moving, so. Is that a raid wide? Oh, shrinks the arena. It's ruby weapon? This is literally just ruby weapon, but in a 5-man or 4-man rather, in a dungeon. It's a little different than the ruby weapon version, but I can see where they pulled it from. Whoa! That's cool. Leaping AoEs? Oh! What the hell? It seems... Oh, it goes through. I thought it wouldn't go through the middle. I'm dead. I thought... Okay. Wow. Absolutely dead. I also thought it would jump farther, but it doesn't. It does not jump that far. Absolutely blenderized. Oh yeah, the little boss markers on the screen now too. Okay, so that's random every time, just a random directional frontal. Oh, I was too close. Even that's kind of proto-carbuncle-y. Oh, okay, we're... So it's like an earthbender. So you want to be behind one going a direction. Yeah. So you get behind one that's going away from you. Got it? So like right over here. Now, earthen pillars. Oh, my mouse! No, my earthly star. It's gone. It still hit. That's cool. It's visually actually pretty cool. Oh. What? Oh, then it does a fadeaway AoE. Okay. How do I put my star down? There's no ground to put it on. Oh shit! Does it go through the boss or does it stop at the boss? Stops at the boss. Okay. Oh, and then it does the frontal again. All right. The Rain Dungeon team is cooking.
I can still fight.
Sonic House
You
is like a raid
underestimate
wide.
me.
Indeed. I could have done that first. Another Sonic Howl? Double raid wide in a regular dungeon? How? Directional disregard. All action direction requirements are nullified. Oh, because it has a full hitbox. That's what it means. And it's the new like all the little marching ants around it. Okay, yep, gotta walk away. I'm assuming walking in the pit is death. Like, if you fall in there, it's just die. That's pretty cool. Okay. Half room again. At this point, it's more like 90% room, but... Man, it's put a little pressure on you.
On guard. On guard.
Oh,
Something special for
she
you.
had to get an angle. Yeah, Alize, get him. Nice. That was quite cool. You can tell they are with the current raid and this dungeon now. You can really see they're making like new variations of mechanics. That's kind of cool. You didn't try falling down? I'm assuming there's no safe wall there, because the outer wall is just like a poison AoE, and the inner one is just fall down. Can you fall down now, or is it locked? Ah! There we go. It's still breathing, if only faintly. I felt the earth shake all the way from the cliff. Lamachi? Hello? Phew, we did it. Somehow. Alize? That was too close. That was neat. That's actually pretty fun for a dungeon boss. That's good. Way more enjoyable than the damn... What's the other one called? The one that we all hate. Stray Burrow with the puppet. If this game's tick rate was faster, the puppet stuff on that first boss wouldn't be so damn annoying. But because you can actually dodge out of the way of where you think their hitbox is, but because of the way the game is packeted and bunched up, you can move and then get sucked back into him. That first boss of Stray Burrow, everyone hates. I've had people leave the expert roulette because of it. Mustn't have been easy to capture that creature. A tyrant of what? Damn it. A tyrant of Tural. Truly a fitting description. That's what Tural Vidraal means. Tyrant of Tural. They're like primals, essentially. Yay, more fending. Oh, no, sorry. No, fending, not maiming. Yeah, this is an armor set, I think, from Shadowbringers. Someone can correct me if I'm wrong. It's a Shadowbringers armor set. Is it like the Crystarium set or something? No, not Crystarium. But it's a new color palette, updated graphic of that older armor set that's this dungeon. And it actually looks pretty good. Like, this is the fending. At least the top of the fending. Like the butt cloak and stuff. This is the tank set. So, I do kind of like it, though. I like the armor sets. They're a little more... not super over the top. I like wearing, you know, pants and like jackets and stuff. That's what I'm wearing right now, is just pants and a jacket, basically. This is PvP armor, but it's themed after I changed the colors to make it fit with like Solution 9 a bit more. So because we're raiding current raid, so it makes sense. Damn. That facility looks really small from way down here in this crater, but it was not that small when we were up there. Well, that was super fun. That was neat. I like the other... Just seeing new mechanics. I like that. That was a lot of fun. Good dungeon. The last boss is definitely creative, considering it cuts off 80% of the entire arena.
For all the talk of my brother felling this beast, he only imprisoned it, like Vali Armanda.
From what I could tell, they sought to transfer people's souls and memories into bestial vessels at that facility.
Yeah.
The Tural Vidraal explains the need for a remote location. It was doubtless their prime subject. Though I expect Zoralja did not foresee the opportunities it presented when he imprisoned the creature.
Oh, an echo? Really? Okay. Are we gonna find out that it was an experimentation? Or this bunny was experimented on or something, or?
And so, in order to prevent the breakdown of the individual, I instead seek to transfer their soul into the body of the beast.
Hey, it's the same guy? That was the boss. The second boss? Before I guess he put himself in a robot body with a big blue head and a weird Mr. Freeze mask?
This would allow one to wield the power of a Tural Vidraal.
In theory, our initial experiments will involve lesser creatures. But in time, I am confident we will be able to bring even the mightiest under our control.
Yeah, him and he was still human. Yeah.
And what becomes of those who offer their souls?
As they won't be able to return to their original forms, we must consider them lost. But the sacrifice will be worthwhile, for the army you stand to gain will far surpass any composed of mechanical soldiers.
Very well. Recruit volunteers and begin at once.
Thank you, Your Majesty. I shall return to the observatory and see to the necessary preparations.
Oh.
So, you've given him permission?
Teishalja, you will assist Kaniloka.
Teishalja.
As one of the Land's Guard's finest chirurgeons, your knowledge may be of use in his experiments. You will also watch him closely. In what you learn, you will report to me. You object to his project, or are you incapable of performing this duty?
No, Your Majesty. Whether we shelter within the dome or expand beyond it, we require great power. But with no one to rely upon, we must take that power for ourselves, even if the means are questionable. I will do as you command. But if Kaniloka's work bears fruit, I wish to beg a boon.
What do you desire?
Something that I had accepted I would never have in Tural. That I believed would forever be beyond me. That it was foolish to covet. But here and now, it is close. So very, very close.
Perform your duty to my satisfaction, and anything you desire is yours. That which I seek does not lie within this dome. Here, I cannot prove the miracle. But if what you seek is at hand, then you may claim it, for it has no value to me.
What?
Are you all right?
Oh, you just fall down the hole.
Teishalja. Could she be my mother?
That seems a bit of a red herring.
Like the people in the outskirts said, few Mamulja lived in the Yasulani. I can't imagine many other Ubiko women were trapped in the dome. That being the case, she could well be the one.
This observatory Kanaloka returned to, could it not be part of the research facility? We might learn something about Teishalja there.
That's where we're going next then.
Yeah, I don't. Everything was said there was non-committal, because obviously these characters have talked before without us seeing anything that they did. The echo only shows a certain point, and it's specifically this one around the boss, right? The big angry bunny guy. But I think that might be a bit of a red herring. Or like, does she want a child? But Zeralja only gives it to her if she does all these tasks to get what he wants. So she gives one to her, but then does she die? And then he just becomes like surrogate father, not actual father, like adopted father? Or is it from his, is it his seed that she's asking for that he doesn't care about because he doesn't want a lineage? I don't know. There's a couple of things there that we'll see how they play out. It seems this Kanaloka was in charge here. From your recounting, he was quite dedicated to Zeralja. The villagers were likely monitoring the imprisoned Tural Vidraal at Zeralja's behest. At some point, they became involved in the research of souls. Now that the danger is behind us, it started sinking in just how unsettling this place is. Hard to believe it used to be a village. It's now hard. Alize, we walked past zombies with all the blood on the ground and stuff. What are you talking about? That you should be able to peer into the Tural Vidraal's past. Wonder what that implies for the beast's consciousness while it was sealed away. Probably nothing good. Teishalja, you said her name was? I wonder what her story is. I'm sure we're gonna find out. I wish I could see into the past like you, and I could see people who are gone. Because there aren't any other Mamolja women here. For a long time, I couldn't even imagine what my mother looked like. But when I visited Tural and saw some, I was finally able to picture her in my mind. And one day, I hope I can see what she actually looked like as well. Indeed. Is it alright if I go around by myself now? I suppose. Definitely a lot to process. I think we'll just leave it at that. Leave the dungeon and the conversation in and around and after it. We'll pick up there on the next one. So if you've been watching on the YouTube cuts, then the next one should have everything else in it. We'll probably just do every other quest in one more to wrap it all up, unless one of them is super long for some reason. But right now, as I'm recording this, we'll keep the dungeon here. We'll have the funeral in the first one, then we'll do the final part to keep it just a 3-parter. Thank you for watching. If you've been watching live, of course, I've got tons of other Final Fantasy XIV videos on the YouTube channel, which is the MSQ and the different patch contents, Alliance raids, stuff like that. The new Alliance raid will also be involved in this too. So, yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Yeah, I wonder if we're just right off the coast here, or if it doesn't really matter. Sometimes when we go to dungeons, it doesn't have any bearing on the real space. Curious. Because of course we didn't hear anything about this place when we were doing the MSQ, because it didn't even exist then in this. How far ahead were they planned? We'll see. We'll see. Interesting.